Hi everyone, and you all welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am cooking amaranthus and hibiscus leaves with raw groundnut, pounded or grounded one. In my language we say Bito la alefizinho. So I start by pounding my groundnut in the mortar. Alternatively, you can also use a grinding stool to grind it like the video I've pinned above. If you are having the hands and time to pound, you can do that. So after pounding, I wash my amaranthus with salt solution, put in a cooking pot and bring that on fire. While that is on fire, I go ahead to wash my hibiscus or bitter. Here in the video, actually, I forgot to record those processes because I was alone home cooking, taking care of kids and recording this video. And in this video, I'm using one hand to record, one hand to do the other thing. There in the video, I just put in the hibiscus leaves or the bitter. Please, this bitter is very good. It's just that heat, as at the time I was recording this video in Ghana, it was in March. The heat was so unbearable that when you put any leaf down, it will just wrinkle. So after you put in your bitter, you mix, cover and bring that to boil. After some time, I went back to check my soup. It was doing so well. So in this cooking of hibiscus and amaranthus, it's all about the person doing the cooking. You can measure your leaf. Those are two types of leaves we are using, 50-50 or 75-50, depending on the one cooking. Personally, I like my bitter on the more note, or I like to taste it bitter more than the leaf. So when you are done with that, you proceed with the next steps, which are putting in your scallions, spring onions or onions, dawa, any protein or any ingredient you have ready to cook this soup. So when you put that in, allow that to also do its own thing while you use your local blender to blend this, or you can use a blender like this. So in the olden days when I was growing up cooking this, they never added tomatoes, but now we are in the 21st century and I like to eat a lot of veggies, so I add a lot of tomatoes depending on how my mood is that day. After blending, I pour in that to the pot of soup, then I stir. Moving ahead with my soup, it's time for me to mash the pounded groundnut with my hand. You can also just scoop this and put into your soup, but I don't like risking. So with clean hands, I pour in some of the rinsed water from my blender and start to mash or mix with my hand. Here in the video, like I told you, I am recording using one hand and cooking using one hand. It is very tedious to do that. So here actually, if I tell you how the phone was placed while I'm able to pour in the konkono, that is parboiled millet and milled roughly so that it could be used for soup. Actually, the phone was in my mouth while I was doing that. Poor me. If you watch this video up to this extent, please subscribe, like, give me a share, comment below. For this food vlogging or YouTube thing is not an easy task. After I mash that to the required consistency, I now pour that in my pot of soup and mix together. We mix so that we can know whether it is okay to the person cooking or you need to add more groundnut or millet or whatever. I had all this while my meat steamed off camera, which I just poured in. After that, you mix to combine. Notice that I didn't put salt up to this level of the cooking because in steaming of the meat there is salt. I didn't also put Maggi or seasoning cube in the vegetable soup because in steaming my meat I already did that and I don't want too much seasoning in this particular soup. So after putting in my meat, I'll allow that to boil for some time. I'll taste for seasoning and adjust. You can equally use this soup to eat TZ or just sit down and enjoy it alone. If you've watched this video up to this point, thank you so much. My soup was almost done. I will stir it, cook it for some time, and the soup is done. I've pinned a video of a picture of the TZ you can pair with. It does not have to be this red TZ. It can be any TZ of choice. Thank you so much for watching this far. See you in my next one. Bye.